I'm Angela Pattison. I'm super excited to share more tonight, along with my sweet friends Marla and Danny. We're going to be sharing all about what has worked for us to help our gut get healed, reduce inflammation, balance blood sugar, and deal with the crazy hormones that we all three have gone through, even though we're all at different stages in our life. As far as like hormonally, I am perimenopause. Danny's going to be sharing a little bit about her journey and where she's at, and then Marla hers. So this is going to be really good. I think you're going to really be excited about the information we have for you. Not only what our testimony is, but then I'm going to be going into what is working, how it's working, and how you could get help with these products as well. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and start. So 5 years ago, I was at a place, y'all, where I was like, okay, here I am studying to be a health coach. My whole life, I've been an athlete. I was doing all kinds of training and karate, y'all. I did all the right things with the way I ate and exercise. And, I did everything natural and holistic, had home births for all five of my boys that are 14, y'all, 14 to 25. And I have a grandbaby now, y'all. But anyway, everything holistic. I had gotten really like into what am I putting in my body and being careful. But I had had some allergies that I developed at about age 16 and had them my whole life since then. Food allergies, animal allergies. I also had struggled with blood sugar, like hypoglycemic, where I would get blood sugar dips all the time. Acid reflux was major struggle for mine, especially during pregnancies. And then I began to have doubled over digestive stomach pain a lot. Again, through pregnancies, I would notice it more. And then afterwards, because your body's concentrating on the baby, right? So then you just notice more things. So I got to where I cut out dairy, I cut out wheat, I was eating no sugar, no alcohol, super strict, doing all the right things, and it would help me some. Okay, let's be honest. Cutting out processed food is going to help you. And I did feel better, but I got to the place where I actually hit a wall where none of those things were really doing it for me anymore because of inflammation. Stress can cause this problem, as well as antibiotics or medications. And I had been on antibiotics. I also had a lot of stress at the time. My husband and my son were both deployed. And anyway, I hit a wall. I got to the place where it was like I couldn't even swallow good because I had so much going on in my issues with my internet. Okay, I think we're back. I was struggling with swallowing. I had inflammation where it was messing up my esophagus. Fast forward to getting on these products for my gut. And it got to root issues to help my gut to begin to heal. The blood sugar imbalance was so much better. It helped with brain fog, that mama brain, y'all. Hormonal stuff it helped a little bit with hormonal stuff. And it also helped me with just feeling like motivated again. And then I started to notice more subtle things changing as I was on it longer, like cat allergies not being an issue anymore, like crazy, y'all. I had no idea that was connected to my gut. I was able to have dairy again. I was able to have and of course, I don't have a lot of dairy, but I could change and have that occasionally now without being doubled over. And so I had basically IBS type symptoms, and it was taking care of that. Fast forward to recently, okay, because y'all, literally, I'm in perimenopause. I'm right in that place where it's like, oh my gosh, like what happened? I was getting results. I was at the weight I was supposed to be at. And then all of a sudden it was like, you eat one thing, and I felt like I was like holding on to water weight and inflammation, whether it was fat or not. I'm sure some of it was, but it was like, what is going on, especially around my belly and my thighs? Any other women relate to that? And I was just like, what is going on? I feel like all of a sudden I'm craving stuff again. And I've dealt with my gut getting in a better place. But in the last year or so, it's gotten more so. And I realized I'm just in perimenopause is what it is. Things are not working. I was eating strict, even seriously, like doing everything right. Calories were in check, macros in check. And basically, I started the new combo, which I'll tell a little more about in a little bit, how it works. And it changed everything, y'all. Some of these products I had actually tried separate from each other, but with the new regimen and the new combo with it together, it made a huge impact on me getting results. And I am now officially down 9 pounds, and I am feeling amazing. My sleep's improved, my energy's improved even more. And I've noticed the difference with not having, y'all, I crave popcorn, okay? I'm just going to tell y'all the secret. I crave like popcorn every single night, like legit, like it's bad. Like I can't even go without it. And that is not an issue anymore. If I want to have it occasionally because I want to, I might, but I can literally not have any of those cravings anymore. So it's real what this does to help with the food noise, which will tell you more about what that means. So anyway, I'm going to pass it to Danny. Danny, we're going to do interview style. Okay. So I want you to unmute. And oh, let me just show y'all this real quick because I forgot to do this. I'm going to show y'all my before and afters. It's not like I had a lot of weight, y'all. Okay. I'm not going to act like I had a whole lot of weight to lose, but that extra 5 or 10 pounds or whatever, it still affects us. And I wasn't feeling good. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen, my little before and after picture, and then we're going to have Danny share her story, and I'll show you some of her pictures too. Um, Let me go here. You see all my selfies, y'all. Okay, let me go. Okay, here we go. So this was actually, I don't know why it's doing like this. Can y'all see this? Okay, this was Christmas, y'all. How embarrassing is that? But anyway, my pants are super at this point, like literally they're loose. All of my pants are loose. I'm not struggling with the belly fat like I was. This has been just awesome in how it's helped me with all the things. So anyway, Danny, I want to start with you now. I want you to start sharing with us, why did you start on the gut health products first? What was it you were feeling, and like what did this start doing for you?
Yeah, so I think the main reason I started was I was having crazy anxiety, depression. Nothing was working, nothing was helping. And actually at the time I had no idea how much connected your gut is to anxiety and your mood. And that was the biggest, I mean, there were a million things I started for. I had no energy, couldn't sleep at night, couldn't fall asleep, couldn't stay asleep, woke up exhausted. Um, couldn't go to the bathroom. I mean, there were just long list of things. Our friend Brittany always says, well, it seems like Plexus does everything except fold your laundry for you. And, sometimes it feels like that because this is getting to the root. So you hear all these stories and it helps with all these different things. And it's really just getting to the root of whatever is going on in you. And so I think within the first 3 weeks, I could tell a huge turnaround in my mood and anxiety. And I was like, y'all, what is happening? Like, I got to tell all the peoples about this. It's like, this is amazing. So, and of course, weight loss, but I didn't join for weight loss. I just felt completely awful and I didn't want to live. And like, I was just tired of living and feeling the way that I was feeling. So, and then, of
Wow.
course, my skin.
Let me
I have dealt
while
with,
you're talking, I'm going to share this picture, but
yeah.
keep going.
I have dealt with acne my entire life. Like I went to specialists and got, all the creams and the this and the that. And again, I had no idea that it was related to your gut, but it is. But my skin has completely cleared up. And so that's another thing that this has
Mhm.
done.
And I'm going to show y'all. Look at this, y'all. How much weight have you lost overall, Danny? Tell us about
Um,
this.
Overall 70 pounds. Um, In now with this new combo, I there has been definitely weight loss from that too. But yeah, this is 70 pounds right here.
That's amazing, y'all. So I want to know, besides getting to the root, you told me, if I'm not wrong, if I'm, hopefully I got this right, that you were able to get off or lessen, of course, with permission of doctor and things like that, your prescription or your anxiety meds because of what this did to begin to help your gut.
Yes, absolutely. I was able to get off of them completely, which was a blessing because honestly, I just felt like I remember when I first got off of them, like I just felt like a zombie all the time.
Mm.
And I got off of them and I was like, I could just feel, I could have emotions and even just worshiping, the Lord, like I always felt like this zombie and then I was able to get off of them and then just was able to just experience his presence and feel like a human being, like, oh, I'm not a robot. This is great. Not and nothing wrong with being on medications. Like I'm not saying that, but just for me, it's been a blessing that, I don't need that and can push
Absolutely.
to.
No, that's incredible. I think it gives so much hope to people too.
Mhm. Oh, I think she froze. Um, I don't know if is she frozen for anyone else? Yeah. Okay, well, hopefully we get her back here in a minute. I guess I'll just speak to the new combo. So since I started this a couple months ago, I am down 30 pounds from the new combo. And the biggest things for me, um, and actually I'll share this. Uh-oh, did she leave? Oh, she's coming back.
My phone just stopped working, y'all. It literally overheated. Weirdest thing ever. It literally said it overheated.
Oh
So
no.
praise the Lord, like Deborah was on. So keep going if you were already sharing. And I was just going to ask you to tell us about the next combo.
Yeah, I was about to kind of go into that. So, and for anyone that saw the graphic, you saw the words early menopause, which is something I literally have never talked about publicly. I have really battled with shame in this for many, many years. So I had to have a couple different surgeries in my early 20s, and that put me in early menopause. And yeah. Sorry, this is hard to talk about. Like, you grow up and you have all these dreams and think you're gonna have all these kids and but God has other plans and always better plans. But so I had to have both of my ovaries removed. And then they put me on hormone replacement therapy. And then I started having abnormal symptoms from that. And so they did another ultrasound and found that a new ovary had formed when they, surgically removed both. So they took me off the meds, but I've always struggled with energy and sleep and cravings and just all the things. So since starting this combo, Angela mentioned food noise, like completely gone, like no food noise whatsoever being on this combo, which is huge for me because I'm always thinking about food. I'm always like, okay, when's the next meal? Okay, what are we gonna eat? And sugar cravings out the wazoo, and literally within the first couple days, like completely gone, which is just, it's mind-boggling to me because I'm someone who really struggled with food my whole life. Emotional eating, stress eating, eating because I'm bored, eating because it's late at night, just eating. And so this has been huge. But also my energy levels, it's helping even more with my mood. I'm able to like when I'm sleeping, it's a more deep, restful sleep. So lots of good things happening over here on this new combo.
Well, thank you for sharing all that, Danny. It's so good to hear. And I'm sure this is going to be something that will offer hope to somebody else that's hearing your story. So I'm proud of you for sharing, even the parts that you hadn't shared before. It's so amazing, and God is so good. So now I'm actually going to pass it over to Marla. And also, Marla, tell us a little bit about like what got you started here. What stage of hormonal stuff are you going through? And then like a little bit about your story with the gut health, but also with this new GLP-1 combo and how it's helped you.
Okay, so I go back over 11 years ago when I started. So I'll just kind of start there and we'll fast forward to now. Um, I was full-time school teacher and fitness instructor at the time. I had been through a phase of very stressful time in my life. I was a single mom, um, and worked multiple jobs other than those fitness and teaching. I did migrant school, I cleaned buildings just to make ends meet. But anyway, I always looked pretty healthy, but I struggled immune health, sugar cravings 24/7, craved my Diet Coke. low iron, migraines, constipation, like acid reflux. I just had all the signs of my body was inflamed. Yet the doctors would, like you're just getting older, and it's hereditary. I'd hear that a lot. But anyway, when somebody started sharing on social media, thank goodness that I went to college with, and I skeptically watched because being in the fitness industry, I was always like, if you work out, you shouldn't need anything else or whatever. That was miserable. But so I had tried other things though. Advocare, I think I was on for a while, that Spark drink, because I got certified in body pump, and the gal training us was drinking that drink, and she got all of us signed up. So anyway, I couldn't sleep at night. That stuff was full of caffeine, but anyway, and sucralose. But anyway, so I decided to try these products, not really knowing what a probiotic was. I was raised by, parents that we followed the rules. The white coat syndrome was real. Like whatever the doctor said, we did. I thought all the other people that talked about natural things were kind of didn't know what was going on because it was all about getting your degrees and listening to the gods, right? The wrong gods. So anyway, when I started, I just took the products thinking, well, I want to lose 10 pounds. I met my husband now. I was getting married. So this is March of 2015. And June, I was getting married. And I'm like, well, I just want to lose 10 pounds. And if this helps me lose 10 pounds, great. And if not, I'll get my money back. I can lose 10 pounds in 60 days. So I did lose the 10 pounds, but what made me stay was all the other symptoms faded. And within not too long, people started noticing, like, what are you doing? Like, we had this candy drawer at school. Every Monday, we'd fill it full of Snickers and you name it. And I was in that candy drawer all the time because it was in the second grade room. And she was my friend. And I'd always go in there, sneak in, and how distracting. Anyway, she's like, well, you've been in the candy drawer. And I'm like, I think it's the stuff I'm on. I'm just not wanting it. Anyway, so of course, she signed up, and then a gal at Zumba signed up, and she said, "You look so good. Are you doing something different?" I'm like, "Actually, I'm trying these products." And anyway, she had to teach me that I had a link because I didn't even really realize I had a link at that time because I said no to the business. I'm like, no, I was so against that. And I got married, moved communities, switched teaching jobs. And before I went back to school, I decided to put a post out there on social media because I'm like, I started digging into what everything was all about, and that changed everything. I had like a lot of people interested. And then I became very passionate about just learning and serving and growing. And through the last 11 years, my body, I went through menopause and then post-menopause, and I was really into intermittent fasting. And that worked for a while until it didn't. Because lifting on an empty stomach is not good for postmenopausal non-cycling women, I found out. So anyway, that led my body into holding on a lot of my fat. So about a year ago, I decided to start the Restore because I was reading, and I was always told my liver was kind of sluggish. And so I thought I'm going to be consistent on the Restore. So I took that every night, stayed on all the gut health products. I'm on a lot of products, but I would find myself like 40 pounds heavier than what I was when I started Plexus. And that was hard. That was humbling. And yeah, so I just like want to start the Restore. And I really did commit to 3 days a week of lifting weights and eating before, like eat within a half an hour waking up, get that protein in. And so I really started the macros following, and that's just really focusing on protein, getting the good carbs and the fats and fiber, and getting more steps in. And I'm always a big about drinking water. And I feel like I kind of ate the right things, but yet after I started tracking, I realized, I was starving myself when I was working out, which is the worst. So anyway, in February of this last year is when the big GLP combo, the Slim and Trim, came up. Like, I'm like, okay, I was kind of stuck at a plateau, and I'm like, I'm going to start doing it. I never was drinking the Black Cherry Lime Hunger Control before that. Never took the balance really until February of 26. And within a week, I dropped 5 pounds. And that was the week I was traveling back and forth because we live in North Dakota most of the year, and then we go to Arizona in the winter. And we had flown back for a birthday party. And anyway, I was not really good at the lifestyle that week, but dropping 5 pounds, I'm like, oh my gosh, there must be something to this. So it got me kind of pushed me through a plateau. And since then, I'm staying at my 40, about 35 to 40 pound weight loss. But it's totally shut off my wanting to snack after 6 p.m. or after 7. I used to, my worst time was after 8, probably 8 at night. And we were big popcorn people too, my husband and I. And this last winter now, we haven't hardly made popcorn since I started on this because it's just not calling my name. Or if he eats it, I'm just not tempted. And that's just so odd for me not to want to have that food noise. So I'm just so blessed by taking these and just not having it, just really took off that need of thinking about food all the time. So yeah, I feel the best I have. I'm 62. I'll be 63 in August, and I'm lifting heavier now than I've ever lifted. I just feel great with 9 grandkids between the two of us. The oldest will be 15 in June, and the youngest is 3. And that's why I was late getting on the call, because 3 of my grandkids FaceTimed, and so I had to, of course, talk to each of them. But anyway, yeah, so it's just been such a blessing in the business, and it ended up just being a surprise and a blessing as well. Being a Sapphire is just a great place to be, and I'm not a salesperson. I definitely love to educate. I've had people say, "Well, you just send me the link," because I like to over educate. But so if you think you can't do this, that's your mindset. Your mindset, no matter what in life, you gotta go 100% in. And Danny, I loved your story. All of it just almost brought me to tears. And yours too, Angela. It's just the people you meet in this journey, it's just been the biggest blessing. So I'm so glad. I hope that this resonated with somebody, and just don't give up. And our bodies change. Like in 11 years in starting Plexus, what I needed when I started, I need different now. We have to kind of adjust with what we're going through. So, but yeah, that's it. Do you have any questions?
That's so good. That's so good. Well, and I would love to know when you started the newest combo. It was it January, February, March? Like when did you start doing it with implementing the newest way to do it for you?
February 15th of
Okay.
26. Yep.
And since then, you said 5 pounds initially, but like, what else?
It's between
Um,
5 and 10 that I'm fluctuating back and forth.
okay.
So, but what I've totally have not done since starting February 15th, I have not eaten at night. Like that's huge. Like I was always snacking at night. So
Okay.
yeah. So
It definitely helps with that. Well, thank you for sharing, Marla. That's so amazing
yes,
and so
yes.
inspiring. So inspiring. So yes, now I'm gonna just share a little bit more, y'all, about why this is helping. And it doesn't matter where you're at. Some of you jumping on here now or watching the replay, maybe you're not perimenopause, menopause, or postmenopause. Maybe you're just hormonal, or you have acne or gut health issues or digestive problems or weight management stuff. And honestly, nowadays, especially with the way things are being pumped in our food, y'all, and stress levels and all the things that are in our clothing, in the environment, all of us are going through things that are toxins that are getting in our body, and it causes leaky gut. It causes the acne and the inflammation and the bloat and all the things. The medications causes it, antibiotics can cause it, bad food choices can cause it. And so I think every single person, honestly, even our kids, are going to have this at some point. They're going to notice in their body. And so that is where, let me just go over really quickly, y'all. I'm not going to keep y'all on here too much longer, but I want y'all to understand, why does this work and how has it helped us? So the basic system that we started on is called our gut health system. There's 3 steps to it. And the thing about this is that it is going to be step 1, what we call our slim. It's more like a balancer. And there are 2 different ones. One of them's a little bigger than the other. We'll talk about this one in a minute. This is called Hunger Control Slim. But the Microbiome Slim is what I started on, which was just to get to the root issues of helping my gut to heal. This is why I was struggling with all the stomach things that I had going on and all the things. So this one right here, the microbiome, is going to help get prebiotics that are they're going to help feed the good bacteria in my gut. They're going to help that happen. And then it's also going to balance, and it's a stabilizer of my blood sugar and y'all, my hormones. And so when you have your master hormone balance, it's going to affect all the other things in your body. It's going to affect being hangry and having brain fog and sleep and energy and cortisol being managed better, y'all. Cravings, all of that can have to do with the blood sugar being balanced and also, of course, your gut health as well. But anyway, that's what this does. And then you got our dynamic duo. Our probiotics are the best on the market. I've tried all of them, the really expensive ones, the ones you refrigerate. None of them ever did a ding dong thing to help me with candida and inflammation and all the things going on in my body that I've had for years, literally decades actually. But this has, because we have enzymes, y'all, that are antifungal and digestive. So it cuts through the bad hard shell candida causes in your intestinal wall, y'all, and it gets through and it deposits the good. And then together with the BioCleanse, which is helping like scrubby bubbles, think about that going through your cells, cleaning out fungi and toxins and bacteria and viruses. Together, it's kind of like scrubbing the toilet and then flushing it, for the lack of a better way to explain it. So together, this system is helping weed, feed, and seed your gut. Okay. And that is our basic foundation everybody can get on. It has helped with allergies for me. It has helped with a lot of the stuff I already talked about, y'all. And I will say there was one other product I added in at one point to help even more with joint support and inflammation. And I'm not going to get into all the products on this call, but we do have other things that can help support just vitamins that you need, help support skin and hair and sleep and energy and all of that. But now I'm going to go into, y'all, the GLP-1 combo. And it's with the hunger control stick pack of Slim. And the reason this stick pack's a little different is it's going to help you with being full, like it helps the signaling basically of the GLP-1 hormone to work better. So I'm going to actually read a little bit of notes so that I can get the good information to you without stumbling and taking too long. So the thing I want to read to you about this is that the GLP-1 hormone, it's actually a hormone we all have, and it starts in the gut. Most of it's in our gut. And what happens when we say food noise, you might be hearing people talk about the food noise is gone. What happens is with the stress, with the bad, poor eating, with the medications and all the things that we go through and hormonal changes, right? The signaling is not as good between your gut and your brain. It's not communicating the same. So the thing about it is, first of all, understanding that we all have that hormone. We're not talking about the shot here. We're talking about actually your body producing this. But things that get in the way of clouding it from working good, we're now going to work on helping it to work the way God designed it to. So what if it's not an actual hunger problem, y'all, but a signaling problem? You are craving, I mean, maybe you're craving like what we said we did, like at night, always wanting stuff. Maybe you're just feeling like, man, the scale is not moving no matter what I'm doing. There's an issue going on with the connection between your gut and your brain, and that hormone is not going to be as effective. And so the thing about the food noise, again, is that it's going to help to signal when you're hungry for real, instead of just cravings that are crazy, when you're actually satisfied and full. And it's going to help you know the difference between that, as well as it helps your body to work the way it's supposed to, with just even your metabolism working. Your metabolism is not broken, y'all. It's actually just the signaling needs to be cleared and your gut needs to be healthier. So again, the gut health system helps with that. And then we add in our products, and it's going to help that signaling actually be more effective. So the hunger control, not only does it help just like this one does, with balancing the blood sugar, balancing the hormones, but even more helping with cravings and helping you with that hangry and helping you with getting good fiber. And along with our along with our balance, this is really going to take care of also not having the carbs. It's going to help the carbs break down the way they're supposed to instead of them just adhering to your thighs and your belly. So if you got belly fat going on and you've got a lot of problem with burning fat and like holding on to weight like that, I'm telling you, this is going to make a difference, because this is going to work together to really help to not have that absorption of the carbs, but and not have the blood sugar spikes, which is part of the problem with the signaling not working correctly also. The other thing is our liver needs to be supported, y'all. It's so important to have your liver supported well to help you overall, flushing out toxins organs and helping your kidneys and your thyroid to work the way it's supposed to. And so anyway, this together is going to help the signaling to work even better. It's the communication, again, working the way it's supposed to. And our restore and this together, it's like all of a sudden you're not having those cravings. All of a sudden, I don't have to snack all the time between my meals because I don't even want it. I'm literally noticing the energy levels have gone up. My sleep has improved, and it has helped with all of those things to work the way they're supposed to. So I wanted to read this one other note. Let me try to find it. If so that y'all understand what it actually is. Um, Okay. Sorry, I cannot even find my notes here. The glucagon, okay, GLP-1, I wanted to read this to you. It stands for glucagon-like peptide 1. And I know y'all have heard of the shot and the peptides. The difference is, y'all, the synthetic versions of the GLP-1, it is going to be something you have to stay on to keep having results. And it also, not that we're trying to say that we're against it, because if you're going to be on that, you need to understand that you still need to support your gut, because it can be causing some effects to your gut health if you're not on one that's natural. The other thing about it is that you will most likely have to stay on it to keep the results. The good news is people are adding this in with either our gut health piece in or even our whole system in with what they're already doing, and they're getting better results. But it's also helping them taper off the artificial version, and this is causing your own body to produce it the way it's supposed to. So instead of it being I'm dependent on this thing to get me these results, it's actually training your own gut, your own GLP-1 to work and operate and function the way it was designed to. So I hope that made that a little bit clearer. And we do have another video if you want to go back and look, and we can give it to you, where my friend who's a naturopath breaks all this down even better, sciencey wise. And I can send that to y'all, or you can check it out on my YouTube if you want to see more about why and how. But I can just tell y'all that this has made a difference, and this is how we're doing it. So first of all, we are not snacking between our meals. We're having either 2 meals a day. I'm having 3 meals a day because, like Marla said, I got to have my food, and I'm working out and doing weights, and I'm usually going to do 3 good meals, and I'm having a good amount of protein. Y'all, when you have protein, it's going to help you to not be as hungry. It's also going to help you as you get older. You need protein, okay? So you need to make sure you're getting enough protein in, and eat protein first. So I'm having protein before I have my carbs. I'm still having Ezekiel bread sometimes, sweet potatoes sometimes. On my birthday and Easter, I had homemade cheesecake and homemade bread. It's not like I never eat anything. I actually eat more of that now, but I'm doing it in moderation, having my protein first. And this is still working better than I've seen with being more strict. So you're having your protein first. You're not snacking in between the meal times. And the reason for that, y'all, is because when we have that break between our meals, your, again, signaling is going to improve. This is a natural free tip, y'all. You can do this on your own already starting today or tomorrow. Just don't eat between your meals. And you're going to notice that you will, your body's going to begin to function the way it's supposed to. Have your protein first, then have your carbs afterwards. And the other thing is getting enough protein in. You want at least 80 grams of protein. And you want to drink enough water, y'all, to be flushing out toxins, helping you be eliminating. That's very important. And if you're not, and I'm sorry, but I'm just going to say it, pooping every single day, there is a problem, and your body's telling you something, and you need to get on some gut support. And then the other thing is you want to be getting enough sleep. Sleep is so important, y'all, and it affects our cortisol and our stress. And your body will hold on to weight if you're not sleeping ever, and your body will hold on to weight when your cortisol is always spiked and you're stressed out all the time. Stress is the last thing that's going to be one of the worst things to give you the problem with the signaling working. And so where this comes in again, besides the things I just told you that you can do, this is adding support to helping your blood sugar stay stabilized, helping the stress, helping the gut do its job, helping those cravings, the signaling, the liver to work like it's supposed to, all the things, as well as you will not have the cravings anyway. I hope that makes sense. So anyway, I'm so excited to have been able to share this tonight with y'all. There is an awesome deal happening right now where you can get started on one of our packages and save 10%. In the next 2 months, you also will get free products in your package, and they start with like a package of our favorite drinks, and then the next favorite drinks. What I mean by that is like all the flavors of Slim, because there's different flavors, all the flavors of our clean energy drink that also has superfoods in it, all the flavors of our hydration drink, and then the third month you would get a back package of all the active, again, more of the energy, really perfect for summer, y'all. And it actually helps also with headaches and with just if your immune system is fighting against something. It's amazing. So anyway, you will get all the freebies and all the things. And through Memorial Day right now, there's an additional savings on you getting started for your enrollment. It's half price right now. So anyway, definitely reach back to whoever invited you here. And if you just bring 3 people in with you to do this together, it's proven scientifically that when you got somebody to do this something with, you're going to have better results, right? Because you're accountable. But also, they will get in on the deal and start feeling better also, and you will get $500 just for helping 3 friends. And of course, it can get even better than that, but I just wanted to let you know about that deal. So I'm going to be signing off here for the recording, so hang tight.